Tanner here from Innovative-IDM. I'm working from my home office as a result of COVID-19. Despite current shutdowns, there's still work to be done. So let's talk about a couple of control components I picked out today. Hey everyone, Tanner Hilton here, sales engineer for Innovative-IDM in Oklahoma City. I'm recording this here at the end of March of 2020, and common protocol today involves social distancing as a safeguard against the spread of SARS-CoV-2. Innovative-IDM is taking proactive measures in order to both lower the curve and continue to provide legendary customer service to our customers during these times. Part of my job as a sales engineer here at Innovative is to keep you up to date on technologies and services that can potentially help. In order to do that in a safe and still effective way, I and our other sales professionals are here to demo and consult over web-based communication services and over the phone. To better help illustrate this point, I want to take a few minutes with you now to show you a couple of tools that you may find interesting and consider using in your next machine or factory operation. Today I want to talk about a couple of components from Wago. I'm doing this for two reasons. One, I believe that the Wago product line is a strong and very useful product line that many times is overlooked simply as a terminal block company. And two, because despite current disruptions in global supply chains, Wago's supply chain remains at 90% capacity, and there is a significant amount of stock of Wago components here stateside. In times of economic crisis, Wago has proven to remain consistent and effective for its customer base. Wago is a German company with a North American headquarters in Germantown, Wisconsin. They're best known as the inventors and pioneers of cage clamp, the world's first clamp termination connection. They excel with products involved in electrical interconnect, like PCB and terminal block connection, electronic interface products like signal conditioners, relays, and current transformers, and automation products like I/O systems, PLCs, and touch panels. Alright guys, I'll try and not make you too dizzy by holding this camera up. I've made a demo here with Wago Components. On this slice of DIN rail, you'll see you have several styles of Wago terminal blocks, a Wago Classic single-phase power supply, that's a 787 series, a Wago electronic circuit breaker, and a PAT light to help me demonstrate some DC outputs. I have some buttons to trigger outputs, and I also have a photoelectric sensor to trigger as well. Wago components generally boast wide ambient temperature ranges, high vibrational resistance, and high efficiencies. Wago's XTR PLC, for example, is rated for -40 to 158 degrees Fahrenheit and vibration resistant up to 5 Gs. In this case, for power supplies, Wago's 787 series is rated for -25 to 158 Fahrenheit and is up to 89% efficient. High efficiencies are important to you for a couple of reasons. One is that an inefficient electronic component in your machines or panels is going to dump unnecessary heat into the surrounding components. And two is that with better efficient systems, you're spending less capital on power usage at the end of the day and can avoid unnecessarily derating components. You can see my demo here. I have the Wago ECB after the power supply. This is a circuit breaker with a 2-channel output. Wago ECBs come in single-channel slimline variants as well as 2, 4, and 8-channel variants. I'm only running a positive 24 volts out of my ECB into this really convenient little Wago distribution block here. The neutral can simply return to my power supply. So why do I also have a neutral wired in to my ECB? Well, this is for the regulation of logic and other actions inside of the breaker itself. You'll notice these 3 signal I/O points here. S1 is a digital input that allows all channels to be remotely reset. In combination with a PLC, each channel can be switched separately. S2 is an output that provides operational status of each channel. S2 outputs a binary coded pulse pattern to a PLC that communicates data like input status, nominal voltage, and set operating current for each channel. S3 is an output that indicates at least one channel has tripped. All right, so let's look at this a little closer. So these are the manual current selector switches, all right? They let you select at which current each channel trips independently from the other, and you just use it by screwing. You can see I have both of these channels set to 2 amps each. They go up to 10 amps. Other variants of the ECB will go as low as half an amp. So the resolution you pick is based on the part number for your ECB. Now these multicolor LEDs here are also push buttons. Green indicates the channel is open. Red indicates it's manually shut off. If it blinks yellow, that means that it's tripped. So I've wired this up such that I'm pulling current out of my power supply through my ECB and then breaking it out through a series of outputs. You can see I can actually change the color of my pat light based on the input that I'm providing for it. Now this button here with the red wires, that's my short circuit button. You can see I'm using a separate channel on my ECB and bringing this back to neutral in my power distribution block and back around to my power supply. So pressing this should essentially create a short circuit through my second channel on my ECB and shut it off. And you can see how quickly that was done. Now that it's flashing red, that's indicating it's tripped. After a brief delay period, it starts flashing yellow to let me know I can reset it manually. So if we wait just a little bit, we'll watch that happen. And there we go. Another benefit to using an ECB is its ability to sequentially switch channels on, thereby limiting inrush current. As power is turned on, output channels can each switch on one after the other and limit the amount of power pulled at once by your power supply, which eliminates the need to significantly oversize your system supply. Now let's say you want a little more out of your power supply. Wago has a range of power supplies with many functions, including even higher efficiencies and I/O for voltage set point inputs and power monitoring outputs. Take the Epsilon Pro power supply, for example. It offers a top boost feature, which is up to 200% of the rated current for 4 seconds for peak loads. On the front, we have an RS-232 interface for remote configuration and monitoring, and there are even options that include an LCD display here. What I really want to introduce to you is Wago's new Pro 2 power supply that just came out. This power supply is the most efficient power supply on the market at 96% when it's running 50% load capacity. It's good in -25 to 158 Fahrenheit and under high vibration. It's very configurable, and it offers a permanent field bus communication with a comm module that can go on the front here. This is a port used for configuring values and monitoring from a laptop. And finally, this power supply actually comes with a built-in ECB. The Pro 2 is currently measured at nearly 1 million hours mean time between failure. It's designed to reliably operate and provide diagnostic information during the lifetime of your machine or process. And the fact that it has an incorporated ECB in it after what we just showed you is a pretty cool thing. During these times of economic distress, it's important to distinguish your products in terms of quality and user friendliness. After quarantines are lifted and industries are allowed to go back to work, I wouldn't be surprised to see a new era in American manufacturing and American-made products. I'm here to help you in preparation for this high demand by improving your process performances and bettering your machine functionalities for your customers. Please keep Innovative-IDM in mind for all your automation needs, from safety, motion, process controls, repairs, and more. We remain resolute in our mission to deliver legendary customer service and help keep American manufacturers globally competitive. I'll remain here and able to perform personal demos or review applications with you. I'm Tanner for Innovative-IDM here in Oklahoma City. Thanks for your time.